Hi, my name is Bora Simmons, and I'm the director of the National Project for Excellence in Environmental Education. The editors of the Journal of Sustainability Education asked me to make a short video, and in that video, they asked me to introduce myself, talk a little bit about where my thoughts on sustainability and environmental literacy come from, and finally, what motivates me. So, as an introduction, again, my name is Bora Simmons, and I'm the director of the National Project for Excellence in Environmental Education, which is an initiative of the North American Association for Environmental Education, or NAAEE. That project has been going on now for about 20 years or so, and what we're trying to do is promote excellence in environmental education. We're trying to go about the work of describing, articulating some of the best practices for environmental education. Another piece of my personal history is that I've spent a large portion of my career as a teacher educator. And as an environmental educator at the higher education level. So the second question was, where do my thoughts on sustainability and environmental literacy come from? And that's a hard question, especially for somebody who has spent most of her life in academia, because you can sort of think about all of the different traditions of thought that I've been drawing upon throughout that career. But certainly I can trace a lot of my interest back to my very earliest academic life as an undergraduate, where I was studying anthropology and psychology and sociology and even a little dabbling into social welfare, because my interest was in people, and it was in human systems, our cultures, our political systems, our economic systems, trying to look and always trying to connect that back to the environment. So looking at why the environment means so much to us as individuals, how the environment influences our cultures and our ways of being, but also looking at how we as peoples influence the environment and change the environment through our various technologies, our agriculture, through our housing, through our transportation systems. So very early on, in fact, right around the first Earth Day, I was introduced to environmental education, and I saw a wonderful place for my interests in human systems to merge with a strong interest in the Earth as a physical system and living systems. Along the way, and this sort of gets me into my motivation, is that with that strong social science background and a strong education background, I was always really heavily motivated by the notion of civic action, about how people become engaged with their communities, how people become engaged with their regions and their nations, and frankly, with the world, and how we can help people become engaged, how we can help them become more engaged and over a long period of time, and how we can help people make good quality decisions, not just for now, but for into the future. So as an environmental educator, I'm very interested, obviously, in the education of our very youngest, so the toddlers among us, and how to help them begin their journey towards environmental literacy. I'm very interested in elementary and secondary education and the roles that they can play. I've spent a lot of my career working with youth, and early on was working on youth development and youth job opportunities, and we were building community gardens into those experiences as both a work experience, but also as a learning experience of how to grow your own vegetables, and vegetables that could then be helpful for your community. But I also see that education and environmental literacy, they don't end when we graduate from high school or when we graduate from college. And what we're hoping to do is allow people to develop all of the various understandings about those human systems, the earth physical systems and the ecological systems, but also to develop the important motivations and the important skills so that they can make good quality decisions when they're 18 years old, 30 years old, and 80 years old. So, thank you very much. That's a short introduction.